Welcome to Project Pro Code Recipe. In this video, we are going to learn on how to reduce dimensionality on a sparse matrix. So I have copy pasted this code in my Jupyter notebook. I'll explain to you the code over here and also run it for you in my Jupyter notebook. So first of all, what is sparse matrix? So sparse matrix is generally a type of matrix which have more number of zeros as compared to the numerical values. This means the matrix is not dense. Now, where do we generally see it? We generally see it in NLP. When we make a word co-occurrence matrix, you must have seen many times the rows are more as the rows and columns. Most of the values of them are zeros. Those are known as sparse matrix. And why do we need to reduce the dimensionality? When we make a word co-occurrence matrix, for a single document, suppose we are making a word document word co-occurrence matrix. Now a document A has 100 number of words. A document B also has 70 number of words. A document C has 80 number of words. So suppose in 10 documents we are making a word congruence matrix of unique words. So the unique words comes out to be 300. Now the number of rows are 10 and the number of columns are 300. In those cases we need to reduce the number of variables, that is the number of components for my sparse matrix. In that case we need to reduce the dimensionality in order to balance the number of rows as well as the number of columns. So how do we know what is the best size for my sparse matrix? Generally this is observed by using variance, that is the rows the I will use those components which gives me the maximum number of variance in my data set. So variance is necessary as variance what is variance? So variance tells me the spread of my data points. So here I would be explaining to you the sparse matrix as well as the method of truncating it. So let's get started. These are general to print statements, and for in order to ignore unnecessary warnings, I have important warnings. From sklearn.preprocessor I have important standard scalar. So before any dimensional reduction we need to reduce the values between 0 to 1. So from sklearn decomposition I have imported truncated SVD. You could have also gone for PCA, SVD or truncated SVD. SVD stands for singular value decomposition. So basically it is a multiple of 3 matrix U and a sigma matrix. You can search that more on internet if you want to, because this video is more focused on how to implement that. From scipy.sparse I have imported CSR matrix. This will convert my general matrix into sparse matrix. From sklearn I have imported datasets. Now sklearn already has many preloaded datasets. I would be using one of those. After that I am using digit dataset. So load digit digit equal to datasets underscore load digit. So I have saved that under the name digit. Now I am saving under a name X, that is the standard scale form of the digit data. So standard scale dot fit transform, it fits and transforms the data between converts that those all the values between 0 to 1 of the variables. After that I've converted my X, that is my standard scalar converted form, to sparse matrix, that is CSR underscore matrix X X underscore sparse. Now print X sparse. So after that truncated SVD, as I already told you, it depends upon the number of components you want. So basically the more number of components, the more time your machine your the more number of components, the more time your model takes to train, as well as the output is much better as compared to the one having less number of components. But less keeping less number of components reduces your time complexity. So it's basically a selection between the number of components as well as the time you want to the accuracy as well as the time you want to spend on your model training. So generally people go for variance. You could check that out on internet too. So truncated SVD n components. Here I am selecting the number of components to be 10. Now X sparse SVD, what I am going to do, I have initialized my truncated SVD. So dot fit X sparse and dot trans after that transform X sparse. So print x parse tsvd. This will print my x parse truncated value decomposition matrix for me. After that, x parse dot shape 1, that was the shape of the sparse matrix, and after that x parse dot shape 1, this is the truncated, this is the shape of the truncated matrix. So in the last, here I'm summing up all the variance ratios, that is I'm checking my what is the final variance in my data set, in my truncated data set. So yes, one more thing. Here it is taking the first 6 components. Here I have taken the SVD to be 10, but I'm just taking the values for the first 6 components. So basically, the first what it is going to show me, that when you use n components to be 7, what is the variance that it preserves? We want the variance to be maximum. So when you take 6, this will print from 0 to 6 the number of variance the number of components you have taken. For these number of components, what is the variance that my TSVD preserves? After that, uh, this is my SciPy matrix. So after in the final, this is my TSVD. This is my truncated SVD matrix. After I've truncated my sparse matrix, so you can see the original number of features were 64 initially, and after that the reduced number of features were 10, and this gives me my variance preserved is around 0.46456. So the more number of features you keep, the more number of variance it preserves. So let's go back to the website for real industry. For real industry project using this recipe, you can check these out. The URL for this code is available below in the video. Thank you.